I think that is probably the word that I kept saying throughout this episode. I was in shock in a lot of points at this episode, and my jaw hit the ground in a lot of definite points in this episode. I have to say, I did figure that it was Hester. Hester was really the only one that made the most complete sense. I originally thought, and the first couple episodes, that it might be Melanie. And it was interesting that they brought her kind of back into these episodes, but like I said, Hester was really the only one that made the most complete sense, so I was not disappointed with that reveal. While I knew that Pete was not the Red Devil killer, I knew he was involved, and I have to say, I think that he was definitely more involved than even I thought. I knew he was involved, but I was surprised to see the level at which he was involved, I think. His rant, honestly, to Grace at the beginning reminded me of the kind of the rant that Sydney's bad boyfriend had in Scream. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I was like, oh, I see what you did there. And bravo to Pete for getting those DNA samples. I thought that was pretty dedicated of him. Love Chanel's missive in only the way that she can do a missive. And her outfits. I mean, seriously, no one rocks those outfits quite like she can. We did kind of see a bit of a softer side with Chanel there for a minute, because she said, well, I do know that people have feelings now. That didn't last long. After all, Chanel's operate in a world outside the laws of man. Can we just say the whole Dean Munch and Wes thing just totally took a turn, and hashtag, ooh, no, I mean, taking one for the team, and then he really does wear his heart on his sleeve. I mean, he just got sucked right into her web, and, oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. And am I the only one that found it weird when Wes was telling Grace about his whole speech about Pete being a good guy? And then later I realized how much I think Wes and Pete kind of look alike. And I don't know, it was just kind of a weird thing to me. So I had to throw it in there because I was like, wow, they kind of do. And that whole speech about him being a good guy was just, there was a weird vibe to that speech. So, moving on, we can really say and agree that Hester definitely did her homework, okay? I mean, damn, rent a parent or two in her case. I mean, she's crazy, but like crazy genius and just insane. I mean, she got Chanel number five's parents, she got them to disown her. And, Chanel's parents disowned her too. And, she convinced Chanel number five that she has a split personality disorder. I mean, it's like so far-fetched, it's believable. Like, it's crazy, but it's so like, oh my God, like, she is a crazy genius, for real. Oh, but Denise and her stripper cops and her and Chad being together and then breaking up because she's got to go to Quantico. I love this show. It's so insane. And then Dean Munch was flying high after all of this. And then her knowing that Hester was the killer and them both coming to an agreement not to turn each other in. I mean, Hester's crazy, but, Dean Munch is more opportunistic with a side of crazy. I think I've decided on that. And, Wes and her staying together is just, I guess we'll see how that goes in season 2. I think it's hysterical that the Chanels are enjoying the asylum. But I know they'll be back. There is no way they will not be back. And now we are left with the question, who is the new Red Devil? And honestly, my theory, I don't think Pete's really dead. I don't know, that's just my theory. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Until next time.